Okay, so the diagram below shows the experiment that Sam set up to find out how objects A and B interact with the magnet. So the two objects have the same mass. So if the two objects have the same mass, therefore if you were to put the same two masses with the same two objects with the same mass on the same spring, then the compression should be the same, right? In figure 1 and figure 2, however, this is more compressed than this, so there's another force acting on that. Because if object A and object B is of the same mass, then this should be 7 and this should be 7, or this should be 5 and this should be 5. The fact that object B is pushing the spring more than object A, compressing the spring more than object A, that means there's another force that is acting on the spring. So they are made up of different materials. So if I were you, I'll be highlighting all that, made up of different materials, right? If you don't have a highlighter, then you should be underlining this, right? Okay, because they have the same mass but different material, right? So figure 1 and 2 shows the length of the spring. Now here you have, if you look at figure 1 and 2, there's a magnet, right? And just a revision, we do know that magnets can repel magnets. If you put them together, if they are of opposite poles, they will be attracting. So unlike poles attract each other, and like poles, or the similar poles, they will be what do you call that, repelling each other. So like poles repel, unlike poles attract, right? And we know that only a magnet can repel a magnet. Attraction, on the other hand, a magnet can attract non-magnets if the non-magnet is made up of a magnetic material, basically iron, nickel, or steel, alright, then there is an attraction. But only another magnet can repel another, a magnet, okay, because only magnets can repel each other. Now back to the question. So if this is the same weight, object A and object B, but B is compressing the cardboard and the spring more than object A, that means there must be another force that is acting onto the spring. Alright, and it's easy to tell that the magnet has something to do with it, okay, because magnet's repelling. So which objects, A or B, is likely a magnet? Alright, so I've just given you the clue. The object, only magnets can repel another magnet, so which of the object is the magnet? Sam thinks that the compressed spring is the effect of the elastic spring force by object B. However, his classmates disagree. Now, let's revise again, alright? The force that pulls everything down towards Earth is gravity, alright? And the gravity is affected by the weight, right? So object A, the spring is compressed to 7 cm because of gravity. Object B, the spring is compressed to 5 cm because of two forces, the magnetic repulsion as well as gravity. So elastic spring force is the force that is preventing object A from pushing the spring all the way down. So elastic spring force is actually the one that is countering, okay, the one that is going against the gravitational pull. Alright, so if gravity is pushing the cardboard down, it is the elastic spring force that is pushing it up. For B, you have two, right? You have the gravity, you have the plus the plus the repulsion of the magnet, and then the the elastic spring force is pushing it upwards. Alright, so for object B, there are two forces pushing down and one force pushing up. For object A, there's one down and one up. Alright, that is why this is 5 cm and this is 7 cm. Now, so if we now know that the elastic spring force is the force that's pushing it upwards, so if you want to show the effect of the elastic spring force, basically you just have to remove object B, alright, and both the forces that is pushing downwards will be gone, and the cardboard will be moving up because there's only one force going upwards. So if Valerie wants to prove to Sam that the effect of elastic spring force, then she would have to remove object B so that gravity and the magnetic force will not be able to push down. The gravity will not be able to pull object B downwards. The magnet will not be able to push object B downwards. And the elastic spring force will push the cupboard upwards. So that is the effect of the gravity. That's the effect of the elastic spring force. Alright, so this is a very simple question. All you have to know is remember where the forces are, and you'll be able to answer these two questions. If you don't know, if you still think that I'm going too fast, just rewind, repeat it one more time, and answer this on your own. Thank you.